back to, A Tale of Two Cities, I feel like it's one of those songs, along with '03 Adolescence, along with, Love Yours, along with January 28th, that really propelled this album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, into that classic status. So speaking of, that classic status, how many albums do you think J. Cole, actually projects, including mixtapes, how many projects does he have that are considered classics to you?
Yeah.
Globally or in my opinion?
I would say in your opinion.
Yeah, in your opinion. Let's go with opinion.
I would say he has 3 classic albums and then 1 classic mixtape.
That's fair.
Okay, that's a fair take. Okay, so what are they? What would you go with?
The albums, Forest Hills Drive, For Your Eyes Only, and Born Sinner.
Okay.
And then the mixtape, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, and we had asked this question actually on one of our older podcasts, and you retweeted this snippet of ours where we were talking about what do we think, how many classics does J. Cole have? And the answers were so different in the comments section. We got a bunch of people saying like, listen, his this guy only has 2 classics. Then a bunch of people were saying all of his shit is classic and iconic.
Yeah.
And then you get your opinion on it, and you're like, yeah, he has 3 classic albums and he has that one of those mixtapes. In my opinion, though, I think he has 2. I'm going to be an asshole here. I'm going to be an asshole about it. I'm always strict with, the way I rank discographies. I feel as if it's such an important part of an artist, and, their past work has to be remembered. I got to go with 2014 Forest Hill Drives and For Your Eyes Only. I think those are the only 2 classics he has to his name, and there's definitely...
Would you really not put Friday Night Lights in that conversation?
It's if am I putting Friday Night Lights in the same conversation as 2014 Forest Hill Drive?
100%. It's one of the best mixtapes of all time.
No, I agree with you, but
it's 10 years now that we can see the impact that it's had. And actually, just to counter you, I don't have For Your Eyes Only in my classics. I think that, like you said, he has 2 classics right now. For me, it's 2014 Forest Hills Drive and Friday Night Lights. But I think For Your Eyes Only will age as a classic. It's only been out for 4 years. Honestly, I like to give, my projects a good 5 to 6 years to really age and to see, what they've done to contribute to the culture and the impact that it's had on the culture. So I do think that For Your Eyes Only will age as a classic. But as it stands right now, I got 2014 Forest Hills Drive and Friday Night Lights.
No, I agree with you. I got to say this. I feel as if, as far as quality goes and as far as impact goes, I can make the argument that Friday Night Lights is not in the same league as For Your Eyes Only in 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
It definitely has.
I mean, listen, man, both those projects.
Today's rappers are studying that mixtape just because.
No one's studying that mixtape.
100%.
Come on, don't give me that bullshit, man. No
they definitely are, man.
There's some artists that are definitely studying that mixtape.
100%.
I mean, listen. If you, I don't think you could put it next to 1999.
I definitely think you can. And I think a lot of people will argue. Not me personally. 1999 for me is a little bit beyond Friday Night Lights, but a lot of people will make that argument that it's neck and neck.
Oh, come on!
A lot of people will make that argument. How many mixtapes?
I would even.
Yeah, sorry.
I
would
make that. I would say they're about neck and neck.
Yeah.
But what I will also say is, I think Dedication 2 and Drought 3 are a step above them as far as classic.
Mm-hmm. That's
just
fair.
Because of everything. Because I think, like we're saying, there's artists studying Friday Night Lights, but there's still artists studying Dedication 2 and Drought 3 and Dedication 3, and they're making careers.
Oh, for sure. No, like,
day.
listen, I kind of worded that wrong. That's horrible on my part. I feel there's definitely artists going back to that mixtape. It has a fuckload of quality, and I spoke about it before, how iconic the mixtape is. I feel as if it's an injustice to put it next to his, the 2 albums that make J. Cole's career. I feel as if I have to choose 2 albums, if there's 2 albums that have made J. Cole's career and that have, gotten him to where he's gotten to, it's definitely with Forest Hill Drive and 4 years only.
I think you're just undermining it, in my opinion, because if you look at when Friday Night Lights came out, that was 2010, and that was the year that the Sideline Story was supposed to be released. But because they couldn't find their hit single, they didn't have their work out yet, he had to tie his fans over for a bit of time, and that was the fucking mixtape that he put out. And people,
so that's why I even essentially, when I said before, I kind of think of it as an album, because of it's just that quality of of music.
And
Just because it was supposed to be an album, pretty much.
he blew people away, man. The hunger
Yeah.
that he showed and just the raw lyricism, phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights Blue. That was classic number 2.
Okay,
know
fine.
it.
Okay, we'll have the conversation.
Yeah.
We'll say it is there. It's just, I'm picky in my discography.
I respect that you're keeping it off. I'm not mad at it.
No, definitely not. I love the mixtape. I really do enjoy it. And I get a bit itchy when I start arguing and shit. I get a bit heated when I start arguing, but
No, I do too.
You could definitely make the argument that it is a classic. In my opinion, it's not a top 3 project from Cole for me. That's my opinion. But nonetheless, it's still a really highly rated project for me.